Hi and welcome to Geekology. I'm David Zabilia.
And I'm Sven Harvey.
Now, in our last episode, we did our top 5 films. Yay! And we didn't have a production meeting before doing our top 5 films. And we got to the end and realised
that we'd interpreted it completely differently.
See, I thought when I said top 5 films, I meant the films that you think are the top 5 best films of all time.
And then I went for my favourite films I watched the most.
So at the end,
we basically looked at each
whilst
other.
we both totally believe in those top 5s, we're having a change round. So Sven is now going to do his top 5 greatest films.
Yeah.
Where I am going to do the top 5 films that I watch the most.
So yes, like your favourite films that cheer you up kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what I did last time.
I'm not happy about this.
Why?
Because when I agreed to do this, we said we would be honest.
Yeah. Hey,
No.
I had Transformers the movie as number 1. You have to admit to everything. You're not going to like this, Sven. This is going to be the least geekiest video we've ever done. Your side is.
So
number 5.
Are we ready?
Yeah, number 5.
3, 2, 1. Yes! Good film!
Yes.
Excellent movie!
Yeah.
You don't even... Yeah. Okay.
There's a lot of people who are currently going, I've never heard of it, or I've seen the Keanu Reeves version.
Oh, sod the Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
That is... Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first film, really, that depicted an alien coming to Earth for non-belligerent reasons, shall we say.
Yeah.
It was groundbreaking at the time. The director was Robert Wise, who also directed one of my backup films.
No,
this is Robert Wise. I'm going to get
on.
away with this one. That isn't in my top 5, but it's very close to being.
The slow motion picture?
Yeah.
Are we editing out the
director's
20?
cut.
Oh, we're editing out the 15 minutes of glory shots of the ship.
But when you think about it, when you drill it down,
Yeah.
it's basically, this is proper sci-fi, isn't it? It's probably the most science fiction of all of the Star Trek films.
Yeah.
And it was, essentially, it was Robert Wise's version. Shot
totally.
at something like 2001, wasn't it?
With
So
you.
that's why that was in sort of like my top 10, but didn't make it to the top 5. Because let's face it, it's not called the slow motion picture for minor reasons. Let's be honest. So, right, Dog Soldiers, tell me.
Oh, it's hilarious. Have you not seen Dog Soldiers?
No.
Okay. Proper British
Okay.
horror comedy about werewolves. Any line that has
It's
a
not
guy...
actually by Hammer, is it?
Any film that actually has a guy who's about to die say, I hope I give you the No.
So, is this the one that had John Pertwee's son in?
You mean Alfred? Yes.
Alfred, yes.
Yes. Yeah, it really is. It's just a genius film. The thing is, there's a British sense of humour. Well, our humour is fairly unique in comparisons with...
I get the feeling this probably would have been something that if Hammer Horror had still been around, they would have popped out.
Well, let's put it this way. Take this home tonight.
Okay.
You will thank me tomorrow.
And you've seen that.
I've got that.
I need to get that on Blu-ray because, of course...
Although my cover's different. I've got the black version.
Yeah, this is actually an American one, so...
Okay.
Number 4.
Oh, God.
3,
You get so much crap.
2, 1. Okay. This is representing aliens rather than any of the other...
Okay, aliens specifically. Okay, alright. Again, I'm a massive Alien fan, I have to agree with
But
you.
you had Alien
And that box set is, Alien is in my
so,
top.
Yeah, let's, Aliens.
Okay. No, it's got a fantastic film, I cannot...
For me...
And the packaging on that one's beautiful.
For me,
as well.
it's the better film than Alien, for me personally, but, there we go. Maybe I'm just a little weird. Meet Joe Black.
Okay, have you ever seen this one?
I've seen bits of it, and I didn't want to watch it anymore.
Okay. It's a conceptual movie of interpretation and the concepts running through it about life and love and how briefly we're on this earth. I enjoyed the film.
Okay. So you watch this quite a lot, do you? This is a cheery up film.
I wouldn't say it's a cheery up film, but I do actually watch this. Whenever I'm feeling philosophical about the universe, this one has been known to be in the background.
Fair enough. Okay, considering what I had in my top 5 last time, I really can't talk.
I know, but
really can't talk.
I know, but the trouble is, I know what the next ones are.
Okay. We're on to number 3 now. So 1, 2, 3. Fair play.
Although I do actually have to specify that this is the version that I tell people to buy, not this version.
Oh yeah. Take it, the encoding on the Blu-ray is not great.
The encoding on the Blu-ray is not great, but the packaging annoys the hell out of me.
This is American, isn't it?
No, this is the English version.
Yeah.
Read the back, please.
Okay, well, the only thing that's drawing my attention particularly is
the storyline.
The storyline. When Lee Holloway, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Donnie Darko adaptation, gets a job as a secretary in a small firm, she does her best to please. But her new boss, James Spader, Stargate Crash, finds fault with her typing and administers a rather unconventional kind of punishment. Soon Lee realises that she is not only becoming the perfect secretary, but also the woman she always wanted to be. Daring, sexy and provocative, this award-winning film is a must for anyone who's ever had a hard day at work.
Right.
Fair enough.
Sound like an interesting film?
Yes.
Now, bearing in mind this was done much later, specifically for people who are fans of the film.
Right. Lee Holloway, Maggie Gyllenhaal, has a few strikes against her when she applies for a secretarial position at the law office of E. Edward Grey, which I'm always going to find funny, is Mr. Grey. James Spader. At first the work seemed quite normal, but soon, in between typing, filing and coffee making, Lee and Mr. Grey embark on a more personal relationship together, crossing the lines of conduct that would give any human resource direct to the vapours. Don't even know what that means.
That means to hyperventilate.
Okay, right, fair enough. Hold on. Strong sexuality, some nudity, depiction of behavioural disorders.
That's a bunny.
What does it say on the age rating on that one?
18.
18 contains strong sexual themes, sex and language.
Yeah, I know, but that's not the age rating.
Disorders.
That is part of the actual description of the film. Now, I know people who live in this lifestyle as a choice, and I have no issue. I think it's a perfectly valid choice. But this is a love story that has some mental health issues, I will agree. But to change the way that they package it so drastically from this is a really interesting love story with some different twists to this is a bag of crazy, I just thought was very, very bad.
You want a bag of crazy? 50 Shades of Grey.
Well, yes. But no, I absolutely love this film.
Fair enough.
I think, it's...
I have to admit,
it's funny because people go on about it as a kink movie, but I just think of it as a massive love story.
Yeah, it's only very small.
True, really powerful, strong, very real love.
I must admit, I do think a lot of that film.
Yeah, it's a great film.
Now with here, unsurprisingly, it's the first film.
Yeah.
Not the second, not the third. What can you say about the original RoboCop? It's
awesome.
It's an awesome film. It's very much of its time, though.
A
lot of people who are seeing it for the first time these days are now like
uniquely wonderful.
Yes.
That bit when he goes through the window, how many squibs did it?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it's certainly a product of its time, as I say.
Yeah.
But it's a unique meld rather of the comedy, the black humour, and normal comedy, in fact, sci-fi, satire.
It's amazing what you could show kids in the 80s.
It's an 18!
It's amazing what you could show kids in the 80s.
The worst thing is in this box set, the version of RoboCop that's in here is the one that was unrated in the States. So it's got the extended, everything. So yeah, that's a bit crazy. But yeah, it was certainly an interesting choice when they decided to remake it. But yeah, at the end of the day, that is a unique film, and though, as I say, a lot of people these days are going to have problems getting into it because it does look dated.
Oh, it's amazing. No, it works. Yeah, it still works.
It still works. But yeah, I don't really need to explain myself with that one, do I?
I do. Can we just leave it here?
No. It's number 2. 1, 2, 3. And I thought I was going to be embarrassed.
Do you want to have one when I do the housework?
You've got James Bond.
Okay, hang on. For a start off, it has a fantastic cast of incredibly funny, clever and talented women.
I'm sorry, I'm just it's the fact that this seems to be the day off for Bond, the chap out of Kingsman, and our favourite scientist from Thor. Seem to be having a party.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's
Okay.
yeah, no, it is. I mean, it's got 2 of my favourite actresses in it of all time.
And who?
My favourite stand-up comedian for the last 20 years.
Okay. Fair play.
The plot is good. The cinematography in this film is stunning. The choreography is amazing. The music is incredibly well done.
Mm-hmm.
The way they I mean, I'm a big fan of musicals. I have been a big fan of musicals for many years. A lot of people will criticise me when they go, well, how come you gave a 5-star rating for Wicked, and how come Blood Brothers and things like that, and then suddenly you're going Mamma Mia, but it really is.
It's basically an uplifting thing, isn't it?
But this, hell yeah, I get to bop around the house singing ABBA songs. Yeah, okay.
Did you find anything camper?
No.
No.
In all fairness, I have to say it's really hard to dust to Dr. Horrible. Where this one is a lot easier and it's one of the few music, because the thing is, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, Dr. Horrible, are the other 2 the Sweeney Todd and Chicago, and it's the only one that I can have, Little Shop of Horrors. This is the only one that I can really have blaring and know that my neighbours are not going to kick off in a major way, because the sound system I have here is fairly good.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Fair play. And I've gone with The Return of the King from Lord of the Rings. Oh, you look concerned. Why?
Man, even the trees walked in that film.
Yes. But look at it from this point of view. If any film has ever proved that the unfilmable can be filmed,
yes,
this is it.
Yes. Don't get me wrong. I've got the extended editions and all the rest of it, but they don't even glimmer in my top 30 films.
Really?
Let alone, they're in my top. Actually, I think they scrape in my top 50.
Oh, okay.
They're not.
Fair
they're
enough.
nowhere near my.
Because you've got to bear in mind, this is the thing, is even the animated Lord of the Rings stopped after Fellowship.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't do it. And this was the big worry, is that how the hell were they going to film Return of the King?
Yeah.
At least they found a way. And
they did.
If anything, this literally is a piece of film that says it doesn't matter what novel you've written, it can be turned into a film.
True.
And they can do it well.
Oh,
so,
God.
Yeah.
Right.
Number 1.
So, number 1.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah! Great film! Come on!
Sliding doors. Considering my number 1 last episode was Transformers the movie, I can't really tell you off, but fair enough.
It is. It's just.
This is the bit where I admit to I quite like that film. Yeah, quite okay. It's not ever going to be in my top 10 for anything, but yeah.
It's the one that cheers me up. It's the one that... I'm not a particularly moody person. I'm not somebody that ever really feels depressed or down or the rest of it, but occasionally life isn't going the way that I want it to go. And this film just reminds you that just one unique little thing, just one instance, can totally change everything. And it doesn't, I mean, everybody goes on about all these major changes in your life. Oh man, blah blah blah, but it could just be as simple as crossing the road one day.
Yeah.
Or, you never know.
There is kind of a little sci-fi element to that, isn't there?
Well, yeah, because it runs on parallel universe timelines, and it shows you conceptually what's going on in both universes at different points and how they concede. It's like,
classic Trek and Star Trek 2009. But we won't get into that argument.
No, it's nothing like... What? What? No! No!
It's an alternative
No!
universe.
Did they kill her and replace her with a much fatter, uglier version of herself? No! 2009 Enterprise. Yuck, it's a fat version of the ship. Just... No! Well, yeah. Okay, it's a bit weird that it entered both of our top fives but in different spans. It is in my top five.
Yeah, but it was in your top 5 that was...
Of all-time great movies.
Yeah.
But it's in your top 5 as well of all-time great movies.
Well, of course it is.
I just like that it's in both. That's great. Okay.
Because at the end of the day, perfect meld of sci-fi, comedy, action-adventure. It's just...
Smoking, drinking, fornication.
In a PG.
PG!
Yes. We're back to the honest trailer, aren't we? Again?
Yes, we are.
This is a fantastic film, and there's just what can you say? It's actually a 12 in this country now rather than a PG.
You notice we've not actually analysed any of these ones. It's just pretty much been.
We don't need to analyse them.
No, we really don't.
People know what these are, so at the end of the day.
I don't think either of us picked anything that was too obscure that anybody wouldn't know.
And this week they've announced the cast for the new Ghostbusters. Which we'll now gloss over.
No, come on. No, to be fair, it's been a long time.
Yeah, I know, but
it's been a long time. It's been a long time. It's got to feel like Al Murray.
Yes.
I'm not confused, but it's been a while. No,
yes.
Yeah. Okay, now unlike the first time we filmed this, we both agreed we should have backups in case we were too mortified to actually be honest. And right now I'm really debating whether you should edit this so we can go with my backups instead of my own choices. So, these are actually favourites, they're just not in the...
Well, I've already mentioned the one backup, which was Star Trek Motion Picture.
Right, so my backup for that would have been...
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead.
Fair enough.
Yes! Frost and Peg at their best.
And I had Hot Fuzz.
You had Hot Fuzz, so...
Yeah, absolutely.
Right then, ready? Yes! Okay, yep, that man can move.
That's how you do a dread film. Not the way Stallone was.
I'm a massive fan of the fat bugger who cannot fly. And whilst Clerks was genius, it sadly has dated, and Clerks 2 was very good, but this is absolutely amazing. It's kind of Linus Morissette's God. I'm sorry, but yes. So, and of course, you know, Ben Affleck, who, you know, I've got like a massive man crush on. He is a great actor. He will be Batman. He will be Batman. Okay. I don't need to justify this to anybody. Everyone's going to totally agree with me. Ready?
Okay. Yeah. I take it's the first one.
Who doesn't love Die Hard?
Yeah. The best Christmas movie ever made.
Yes, it is.
How to do a reboot.
A proper reboot.
Proper reboot.
Yes.
Rise of the Planet
Apes. Yeah.
That is how you sodding well start something back up again
after
it's being trashed by a moron.
No, he's not a moron. He didn't.
He didn't get it, did he? He really didn't get it.
Oh so, yeah, but are we specific? We don't know the process there. Can we blame him? Can we blame the writer? Can we blame the producer? Do we blame the studio? I'm sure there's blame enough to go round for everybody in that one.
All right.
Okay.
The only horror movie I ever, what I would call a horror movie that I ever thought about considering in any of your top 10 ever.
Go on.
Q.
Yes! Genius film.
And to think the reason why I even got into this was because of the actress.
That the science involved in that is spectacular, but the science involved in mine is better. How can you not love this film?
Oh, quite easily.
You're joking, you don't love it? How did you hate this?
It's just, no.
I even have a Head and Shoulders promo bottle they released with that. It says Head and Shoulders helping to save the world. How did you hate this film? It's hilarious.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Alright, well I know you're going to like my number one.
Now what I've got now is not how you do a reboot, not how you do.
I've got how you do a reboot. I've got how you do a remake.
I've got how you do a reimagining.
I've got that as well.
Go on then.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, considering this is a backup to RoboCop 1987, there's going to be a lot of people going, how can you like both? I can like both because they're different films. Completely different ways of looking at the concept and dealing with the themes that are underlying in it. At the end of the day, there's some scenes in this that are more upsetting to me than the scenes in the 1987 one. Like, for instance, when he's stripped down. That's hideous.
Just want to get Whedon, lock him in a room with Kevin Smith and see what comes out.
Taking you want Josh and not his brother.
Yes, that's one Josh. Can you imagine what could happen if we can get those two in collaborate?
What got me is the fact that Josh Whedon and Bryan Singer almost worked together on a Star Trek series.
That would have just been
That would have been epic.
That would have been genuinely. This is a great film.
Mm-hmm.
The ending is like, but yeah,
literally.
But it's a great science fiction film.
Yeah.
It's a great humanity can prevail against perceived evil. It's everything a sci-fi film should be, with the exception of Moon, which I still think is one of the best science fiction films.
The thing is with Moon is it doesn't really deal very well with rewatching, does it?
Oh God, no.
So
Which is a shame because this is on a lot. Okay, granted I don't bop around the house singing along to it. It is one of those whilst I'm doing other things I have, because the thing is I've got the attention of a small sparrow.
And good as it is though, it still doesn't make up for the fact that Firefly was cancelled way too early.
No it doesn't. But I must say, of all the box sets I own, of all the steelbooks I own, this is my second favourite steelbook.
Your first favourite being
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Is my favourite.
For those who haven't seen it,
Yeah,
look at that artwork.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous all the way through. That's how you do a steelbook.
Yeah, it is. It's stunning.
Absolutely lovely.
Right, well, I'm glad that's over with. You can subscribe to us here on YouTube. You can follow us on both Facebook and Twitter. There is, of course, the official Geekology website. We have to mention live events.
Yes. We're going to be at First Contact Day, beginning of April.
Oh yeah.
We've got Geek Meets 2 weeks later.
Geek Meets, yes.
Details are down below. And of course there's Auto Assembly in August.
Yeah, we're busy bunnies now.
Yes.
We are.
Yes, and we're looking into doing other things as well, so keep an eye on us and we'll let you know.
Cool. There are links up above for Starbase. Please join.
There we go. And links down below for everything else that we've mentioned.
Good night.
Bye.